Hello, 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 everybody. Morning. How are you doing? I hope that you are well on this glorious Friday. Wherever you are, where are you? And how is your Friday? I hope that you are having a good start to your weekend. Let me know how it is going. Can you hear me and see me okay, first of all? Because that's always the first question we have to ask. I'm hoping that all is well. I am good. Just went to the dentist. So I have sparkly teeth. Well done, Jessica. That's awesome. Great start to the weekend. Okay, you can hear and see. Thank you. Yes, I am in New York City. As you can see, I am not in my usual setup, so this is very impromptu. I do have a new drawing desk, and I still have to kind of figure out the configuration of my live sessions. It's a bit on the obtrusive side here, but we'll do what we can do. Hi CJ, good morning. Good to see you too. Yay, hi Zimbira. Fantastic. Oh, you also went to the dentist. My goodness, I feel like I'm getting a nudge from the universe. I should go to the dentist. Evelina, hi, how are you doing? Good to see you. Yay, I'm so glad to have all of you here. And I'm excited for today's doodling session. This is going to be a fun one, I think. It's an experiment, as our alternate doodling sessions tend to be. Mende, hi, good morning, good morning. So happy to have you here as well. Yay, hi Jenny, yay, glad to have you here. Fantastic, yes, yay, so good to have you all here. And how is your Friday? How is your Friday going so far? I'm so excited for this doodling session, and yes, it is going to be a little bit experimental. So let's do our check-in. Thank you, Jessica. Let's do our temperature check. Where are you on a scale of 1 to 10? 1 being awful, 10 being awesome. Just doing a little quiet internal check, mentally, emotionally, physically. Where are you in this moment? If you reflect on the culmination of what has been this week and what is coming in the week ahead, and it all culminates here in this present moment right now. Maybe you need to take some deep breaths. Maybe more than one. And on a scale of 1 to 10, where are you at? I think I'm like a 7. I think I'm about a 7. So Jessica, you're an 8. Fantastic. Evelina, 8. Wonderful. Jessica, you went to a live sound bath last night. Wow, which was amazing and totally chilled my nervous system. That sounds divine. Absolutely divine. Mende, you're about a 4. Okay, that's okay. There is no judgment. It is what it is. It's just a temperature check. It's like checking what the weather is outside. Oh, look at that. Today it's 88. Oh, look at that. Today is 76. Or for Jenny in the Southern Hemisphere, or those of you in Europe, it's 24 or it's 31. It's just what it is. It's not, one is not better than the other. It just is. It is what it is. So that's how we are approaching our temperature gauge. And yes, and we are here to raise the vibration. The intention with these sessions is to relax, to harmonize, to regulate our nervous systems, because we are always on the go, and this is an opportunity to just become present, slow down, regulate our breathing, and just calm our entire system. So invariably, we'll walk away with a higher number. So yes, sending big hugs to Mende. Let's boost your number 4. Hi, Farish. 7.8. I like that very specific number. That is awesome. 7.8. CJ, 7 so far. And it's only 7 here. Okay, so it's 7 a.m. where you are. Gosh. Monday. So much banging here still with construction. Gosh, I can imagine that really does get old and frazzles your nerves. It would too. I have lived through a construction site experience, and I know what that's like. You suddenly become acutely aware how affected you are by noise, like the clanging of noise. You suddenly realize how much noise pollution there is, and how sensitive you can get to it. So yeah, I get that. I totally get that, feeling that one for you. So you're feeling run down and you can't think straight. That's, to be expected, 100%. And thankfully, in these doodling sessions, you don't need to think straight. You don't need to think at all. You can just be. That's all you need to do. So, yes. Okay. So, as we get ourselves ready for our doodling session today, those of you who might be new, I think we're all regulars here, but if there happens to be somebody that is new, we do alternate weekly doodling sessions. 1 week is an alphabet series, and the other week is a creative experimentation series. And today you happen to be joining us for a creative experimentation doodling session. And this is really, well, all of the doodling sessions are, but it is a practice of flexing your creativity muscle. You know that if you don't use it, you lose it, as with any muscle. And creativity is no different. And you don't need to be an artist to be creative. You don't need to identify as an artist to express your creativity. Your expression is unique to you, whatever form that takes. However your creativity is woven into what you manifest into the world. You do create every single day. It is in you. You can't help but create. You create circumstance, you create situation, you create ideas, you create relationships, you create physical, tangible things. You're always creating, whether you're aware of it or not. And this is a mindful approach to that creativity, so that we are like going to the gym, the creativity gym. So today is one of those experimental ones. I have not practiced this one, so I'm experimenting along with you. This session today was 100% inspired by the current environment I find myself in. It's a new environment. And if you're anything like me, I am very much aware of duality, the duality that exists within me. On the one hand, I love to travel and I love novelty. I'm inspired by novelty and putting myself in new situations, new environments. And on the other hand, I really love my little bubble at home and my space, and I long to be there when I'm not there, but then when I'm there, I long to be out and exploring. So there's this duality. And I feel like that is a conscious awareness of the value of stretching our comfort zones, right? You've got to keep on stretching those comfort zones. And so that's what today's creative session is about, stretching that comfort zone, having not practiced this ahead of time, experimenting along with you, inviting you along for the journey, and see where we land up. So yes, let me have a look-see. Thank you, Jessica. Give me a follow if you're new here, enjoying our cozy doodling community. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I so appreciate that. I'll put my little card here because I'm trying to get more intentional about that. Thank you, Jessica. As always, I appreciate your support. Minday, maybe you already said, but I am wondering where you are today. I am today in New York City. in the Upper West Side. So we are smack in the middle of Central Park and Riverside Park, which is lovely. It's a 10-minute walk in either direction. We leave here on Saturday, and then we are going to be spending a month in Brooklyn. So we're going to head on over the bridge and over the river, and then we'll be in Brooklyn for the next month. So looking forward to that. Yay! Yes. You had the same duality, Mende. I'm glad to hear it. And we all do. Like that conflict is like, I like this, but I also like that at the same time. Yes, Jessica, I am pet sitting. We are currently pet sitting a little, I call it a sausage dog, and I realize that Americans don't like take some calculation, but it's a little dachshund. We call them dachshund. What do you call it? You call them ducksies. I can't remember the American pronunciation. Dachshund. Sausage dog. So we're looking after a little sausage dog, and then we're going to go look after some cats. Filling our space with animals. Gotta love it. Yes. Ducks. Let's see. Ducks. Dachshund. Yeah. Dachshund. I can't get the American expression, pronunciation. I think it sounds like dachshund. Yeah. I know what you mean. I can't get there. CJ, you used to have to travel for work, and I loved living in Manhattan for a week at a time. So much to explore. Yes, we have really been loving walking around Central Park in an evening. It's been amazing. So privileged. Zimbira, German. Yes, Dachshund. The Dachshund is German, but the Americans have a very special way of pronouncing that. How do the British? I can't think how the British. Do we just call it sausage dogs? Anyway, I digress. Okay, moving on. So I'm shuffling my cards for an additional little bit of encouragement for today. Weenie. Yeah. The wiener dog. Yes, thank you, Charlotte. The wiener. Funny, in DC they have a wiener race day. I think it's an Oktoberfest themed wiener doggy races. It's very cute. Okay, back to today's doodling session. I'm going to draw a card. Grab your drawing utensils, whether you're drawing digitally today, like I am. For those of you who have questions, it often comes up. I'm drawing with Procreate, the Procreate app. I'm looking forward to the Procreate update that is coming soon. Zimbira, in England, we say sausage dog or dachshund. Okay, good. Yeah, that's where I get it from. Yeah, and if you're drawing analog, grab your paper, your pen, your journal, your pencils. Yeah, and let's get ready. So let's see what today's card reminder is for us. Trust. Oh, I don't know about you, but I need this one today. I definitely need this one today. My anxiety has been a little bit, roller coastery. So trust, and it says, I trust that everything is as it should be, that the universe is looking out for me, and to take a leap if need be and open myself to giving or receiving whatever is for my highest good. Whew. Yes, absolutely. Definitely needed this one. I trust that everything is as it should be, that the universe is looking out for me, and to take a leap if need be and open myself to giving or receiving whatever is for my highest good. Yes, yes, yes to that. So let's trust. And that goes perfectly in line with our experimentation today. Trust that it's all gonna just serve us in the best way possible. So grabbing your pen and pencil, or paper and pen, or tablet and pen, whatever you're using. I was inspired, and I do leave these sessions I'm learning to trust in waiting for inspiration to arrive, to intend that inspiration will arrive, and then trusting that it will arrive in time for the session. And gosh, did it while I was setting up. That's how close to the wire we were, but it was so impactful when I was like, yes, I got the nod, I got that. That's it. That's what we're doing today. So I am inspired by my immediate environment, and I'm going to show you. Once I can switch over my camera. There we go. Hopefully you can see. Oh, I should move my head to the other side. I'm inspired by this beautiful wallpaper behind us. And this particular piece in, oh no, that's the wrong one. Let me just see that one. There we go. Moving my face over there so it's not in the way. But inspired by this wallpaper. So I took a photo because, yeah, I don't want to use up all the real estate here. But I just thought it was so beautiful. And there are 3 patterns here. So we're going off script. We're going off script from the 50 doodle thingies, the 50 doodle, you know what I mean, the resource. And inspired by these shapes that are being used in these tree designs. The pattern is actually right here. The part that I took is right here on the wall next to me on my right. And the light is bouncing off of there right now, so it's not very well like visible for you. So I took this photo, and I just think it is so beautiful seeing these patterns here. They're very similar to what we have doodled before, and then these patterns here, and then these patterns here. So we're not necessarily, you can, if you feel called to, by all means, draw them in the form of trees if you like. I personally don't feel called to do that. I want to just fill a space with these shapes, and so that is what I am doing. You have autonomy, so please follow your intuition. This is very much a flexing of creativity as a flexing of intuition. So yeah, that is what we are going to be doodling. So if you do want to follow my process, by all means. If you want to follow your own process and just take your inspiration, can you see that enough? Should I move it along? I think I should. And maybe zoom in a little bit as well. Let's just shimmy this along a little bit. There, so that you can see. Can you see those patterns? So we've got the 1, 2, 3 different patterns there. I hope you can see that okay. Oh, going that way. Okay. So how I feel inspired with this little creative experiment is we're going to do the Zentangle square. So creating on your page, whether your page is rectangular or not, just put 4 points to create a square, and then we're going to join up these points. Doesn't need to be perfect. And take a deep breath between each line, because your perfection might possibly jump in at this point, trying to get the perfect line. Take a deep breath. Let it be what it is. Turn your page so that you're not putting your arm at ridiculous angles. Just turn the page to suit your most optimal hand position. Joining the dots. Taking a deep breath in and slowly, slowly out. So we have our square. All right, I feel called to start with this particular pattern, and you can start wherever you want on the page. So I'm going to start with one circle. And we're going to move the page round. Doing these leaf shapes, flower petal shapes, slowly and with intention. Breathe in with one stroke, breathe out with the next stroke. Looking at your comment, Jessica. There is a tip for getting a perfect line in Procreate. Yes. Though that defeats the purpose, so don't feel you have to do it. But if you want to do any shape, yes, you hold it down and you get it. Yeah. For anyone who wants to dive into Procreate, I don't recommend this for doodling though. Yes, I often turn that feature off because it interferes with my imperfect drawing. And funnily enough, I am very conscious of if I were drawing on paper, I wouldn't be able to get things, you know, like have a redo. So with my doodling, mindful doodling sessions, I'm fairly conscious about not undoing. And so I have turned off many of those settings. Okay, now I'm just putting in the lines at the tip of each of these petal shapes. Yeah, because I want to embrace and feel what it feels like to embrace the imperfection. Get practice with embracing imperfection. Practice celebrating happy accidents. Or just accepting accidents as they happen. Because wouldn't it be wonderful if we could just, if there was a tool in life that we could just like, yeah, make it perfect. I guess that tool is acceptance. Oh, so one thing I learned about New York, we drove here. My husband is sitting in the car right now because you have to keep moving the car on the other side of the road, to the other side of the road every few days. Yes, it would be lovely if we could just have a button that makes everything perfect. Okay, so once you've got your first spiral, go with the next spiral of leaves. So you might hear my husband coming in shortly because I've just seen the sanitation, the street sweeper go by. Inviting your breathing to slow down. Inviting your body to slow down. Inviting your thoughts to slow down. Inviting the letting go of expectation. This will turn out however it'll turn out. It's not about the aesthetic, it's about the process. And as you complete one row, start on the next. alternating between the leaves that have come before. Building and expanding. And invite your mind to relax and release as you ease into the repetitive strokes. Doesn't need to think about it once it gets going. It can take a break. Your body knows. This is a practice of being present in this moment. Knowing that anything that is on the to-do list you'll get to when it is the to-do list's time. This is doodling time, relaxation time. You might, I think I'm going to go over the borders of the square. Yes, colouring outside the line. Yes. Zimbira, I do pen and paper, means sometimes mistakes happen. Absolutely. And we've got to learn to embrace those mistakes, right? We're so conditioned to get everything right. Love it. Okay, and once you feel like you have completed one little section or one complete circle, I feel like I'm going to fill in the corner here, continuing the pattern into this corner. Trusting that our creative intuition knows what it's doing. Trusting that we get something from this process regardless of the aesthetic. Trusting that you're sending signals throughout your body that it's okay to slow down. It's okay to feel relaxation. We don't have to feel the busyness, the stress. In fact, oftentimes that's just a habit. Okay. Having filled that corner, I feel called to start in a new corner with one of the other patterns, and they're all going to end up mushing together. You do what you feel called to do, whether you want to carry on with your next circle flower pattern. You might put another circle there and then start there. I might just map out where I'm going to do the next ones. In the meantime, I want to get started on one of the other patterns so that you've got a demonstration of how you might go about doing that. So again, going to choose a starting point, perhaps starting with these on this side. They're much smaller in comparison to the first pattern, and they kind of clump together, and they are rounder. They don't seem to have a circle in the middle. They just join. And then on the ends, we're going to make these shapes. So once you've tried one, Your brain can go back into neutral. It doesn't need to be in gear. It can just relax while muscle memory takes over. Your brain does not need to be on duty at this moment. You can let your body take over. Start listening to the sensations. What do you notice? What do you feel? What sensations? Taking your awareness to the senses rather than focused on what your mind is saying. I'm going to make it such that they're layered. They kind of exist on top of and beneath each other. And if you find that you get back into your head space as opposed to your body, take a deep breath in and let your exhalation be longer than the inhalation. This is an indication to your mind that you are changing gears. Making your exhalation longer than your inhalation. It signals that you're slowing down. Okay, Evelina. Yes, you can certainly do that. Have a wonderful day and a wonderful weekend. And notice if your mind tries to hurry up the process. And get curious about what it feels like to give yourself permission to stay slow, to take your time. Perhaps contemplate how often do you permit the slowness in your day-to-day awake hours. Are we always just rushing to the next task? And if things from your to-do list keep popping up, imagine that you have an endless supply of mason jars. And as one thought or idea tries to grab your attention while you're doodling, just pop that thought in a mason jar and put the lid on. You can still see it. It's not going away. You can just put it on a shelf. Imagine a shelf. That's where you're just going to plop your mason jars. Your mason jars of to-dos. You're not ignoring them, you're just settling them down temporarily. Giving you the opportunity to focus, be present, zone out if you need to. Zone out and slow down. Okay. And so you can see we will start to merge the two patterns together. I'm going to start on the third pattern just to demonstrate how I would approach it. And maybe from this corner we'll start. So I feel like creating these teardrop type shapes. Now they do have flowers. You could put flowers if you wanted to. I think I'll just stick to the leaves, but it's your choice. If you notice any parts of your body tensing, maybe your face, your forehead, your eyes, your mouth, just relax them. Move your shoulders. I'm noticing that as I draw this particular shape, my lines are very straight and I want to try curving it. So experimenting. And as I've come to the vicinity of this circle, I'm going to go back to the first pattern. And I'm embracing the changeability, being flexible, moving from one pattern to the next without completing the first one or the current one. Has everyone given a go to all of the patterns? Let me know if I can take this picture off the screen, if you're comfortable with what we have created so far, maybe with a comment or with some hearts. Let me know if I can take the other one off. Hi Ozzy, good to see you here. Okay. So glad you're able to join. Okay. Okay, you haven't tried. Okay, I'll keep it on the screen so that you can see, or you can obviously refer to mine. Okay. Thank you for the hearts. Fantastic. How are you enjoying this? How is this landing for you? This kind of experimental, fluid, have you noticed a change of pace? Remembering to breathe. Hey Claire. Okay. Claire, welcome. Then started to try to catch up, making loads of mistakes. Now I'm trying to slow down again. Oh, that is a beautiful, I can imagine a sense of frustration, but I think that's such a beautiful lesson or a beautiful opportunity to practice that conscious slowing down. I am finding more and more the need to consciously practice slowing down. My default gear is fairly high-paced in day-to-day life. And so doodling is the slowing down gym, the opportunity to slow down, to feel what it feels like, to let go of the pendings, feel what it feels like to be present, to be doing something, to be active but present and slow and mindful. And perhaps what we practice here in these sessions, in terms of the sensations we experience, can be transferred into the rest of the day when we change gears into productivity mode. And remembering that creativity has a place in productivity. Thank you. CJ, breathing more slowly, putting task list aside, accepting personal time. Yes, it is a gift to you from you. Jessica, I need to run. Perfect, Jessica, but we'll be working on this soon. Have a wonderful, wonderful weekend, Jessica. Thank you for joining as ever. And so the different patterns are starting to merge together. Okay, I'm going to move this one off. It keeps dying. And bring this one to center stage. Farish, wow, this really is a lesson in accepting imperfection because, wow, no, my patterns are crazy, but I love it. Good. Yep, it really is. There is so much growth in accepting imperfection, making mistakes, being okay with it not necessarily matching up with what you see in your mind. Yana, I usually take screenshots when joining for the calm and connecting sphere of your lives and try the doodle another body.
and try the doodle another time, I guess. My body suiting the moment. Oh, you're so welcome. You're so welcome. Yana, I'm glad that you enjoyed it. Yes, take screenshots. Take screenshots if you want to. And listen to your intuition, listen to your body, listen to when it wants to come back to it. And oftentimes we don't complete the doodle in this session, but the invitation is for you to complete it when it does feel right for you. Just moving this back to center stage.
Notice if you are jumping around like I am, kind of where you're feeling called to go to next.
So listening to something outside of your mind. Where's your attention being pulled to start doodling next? And if you are going sporadically, notice how your mind is reacting to that. Notice if you've become more fluid in your movements, in your strokes. If not, doesn't matter. Perhaps just notice what changes you have become aware of since you started this doodle. About an hour ago, what sensations have changed? What's no longer there? Or what is new? Maybe you notice if your hand is moving faster around the page or slower. Maybe you're less tentative. Maybe your wrist is looser or you're holding your pen less tightly. Okay, and as we approach the 5 minutes to the end mark, whether you have completed and filled in every gap in your drawing or not, doesn't matter. You can continue after the session at a time that you feel called to do, or you can leave it incomplete and appreciate this time that you have spent with yourself for what it is. However far you have gotten with your drawing, take a couple of deep breaths. Keeping the exhalation longer than the inhalation. And now start to do your mental, emotional, physical check-in. How do you feel in this moment? As we come to the end of this doodling session, on a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being awful, 10 being awesome, how do you feel? Remember, it's just like checking the weather. There's no right or wrong, just is. How are you feeling? Maybe give yourself a nice stretch after this session. Furry. You do make me giggle. 8.56. I think we need to make that a new rule. We want the fractions. Hi Jessica, you're back from your meeting. Yay. Deeply peaceful, CJ. 9. Amazing. Adriana. Feeling an 8. Peaceful. Yes. Jessica, 9.5. Love that. Yay. Yay. Mende, you're up to a 6. Whoop whoop. That's amazing. I'm so glad to hear that. Jessica, will I be coloring this one? I do. It did cross my mind. I think I might do. I feel like this could be could benefit from some shading. I have to say, I have been very called to do a, just a full page of like dense patterns like this. It really appeals to me. I really do enjoy it. I love the after effect, although remembering that aesthetic is not what we're doing this for. We're doing it for the practice, for the peace that we get from it, from the high vibes. But aesthetically and after the fact, when I step back and wow, see, okay, yes, I do feel called to create this. So tell me if you like this kind of dense page doodling with fewer patterns, and possibly even just one pattern, a full page of one pattern. Like I can imagine a full page of just little daisy flowers and things like that. And then we could potentially, depending on how the session goes, we could then get into the shading and the coloring and making it like a bit 3D-ish. Let me know if that appeals to you. You're so welcome, Mende. Yay! Bethany, hi, hi, hi. Yay! I'm glad you enjoyed this. Oh, Bethany, thank you. You love my hair, thank you. Farish, you like the one pattern idea. I hope I'm pronouncing your name right. Okay, cool. I like that. Yay, Adriana, you like that idea as well. Fabulous. Well, I am so glad that we have elevated our vibes here today, and I want to thank you for all joining in and sharing and experimenting with me today. The beautiful wallpaper was our inspiration. I'm very happy with how it turned out, but more importantly, I'm very happy that we were able to shift our numbers up the scale. I certainly feel it. Remember to trust, trust. And I think we demonstrated that today, that we trusted this process. I trust that everything is as it should be, that the universe is looking out for me, and to take a leap if need be and open myself to giving or receiving whatever is for my highest good. So I shall end that session on that note. Thank you so much for joining me this morning. You're so welcome, Farish. Have a wonderful weekend, you too. CJ, you have to admit, I use these motifs to fill a letter again. Oh, wonderful. I love that. You love monograms, my goodness. Thank you for your comments as well as the Zen Doodle. You are so welcome. That's beautiful. Thank you so much, Jessica. I will enjoy our trip over the bridge. And thank you for joining, Jenny, all the way in South Africa. Hope you have a wonderful, wonderful time. Have a lovely weekend. Have a fantastic week ahead. We will have another doodling session next week. Adriana, you are so welcome. Oh, and thank you. I appreciate that. I think I have... Do I have next week's ones up? Yes, there we go. Postcard. Next week is an alphabet one. A to Z. I think we are doing, that was the letter K, J, K, L. So we're doing the letter L next week. So we're going to be doodling our letter L. So if you would like to attend, it's the same time and same place. I will be in a different location, different background, and yeah, back to the alphabet series. So thank you again, and have yourself a wonderful weekend. Take this feeling of peace and calm out into your day, out into your weekend, and remember you can doodle for 10 minutes and just center and ground your nervous system when you need it. So thank you again, and I'll see you next time. Bye.